Prince Harry will have to include details of his wild days in his forthcoming memoir or risk it being seen as a massive whitewash, it is claimed. The Duke of Sussex is expected to publish his book in the autumn, after pledging to tell his story, including the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned. Billed as an intimate and heartfelt memoir by its publisher Penguin Random House, Harry said when the work was announced, "I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned over the course of my life so far, and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that's accurate and wholly truthful." Royal watchers and friends of Prince Charles's youngest son have warned the book will have to live up to Harry's declaration in order to maintain its credibility. An unnamed friend of the Duke, who reportedly knew him, and his ex-girlfriend Chelsea Davy, told the Daily Beast Harry was known for being pretty wild back in the day. If he doesn't go into those wild years in some detail, the book will just come over as a massive whitewash, at least to those who knew him. The Sun's former royal editor Duncan Larcombe told the publication if he is going to keep the book largely focused on his own journey, he does need to acknowledge and try and make sense of those dark, boozy years for it to have any credibility. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have begun to grow nervous over their longevity in Hollywood, according to former Vanity Fair editor Tina Brown. The pressure for the couple to produce content for their Netflix deal is growing. Find out more here. Harry was known as a keen party-goer in his youth, with his holiday in Las Vegas in 2012 becoming royal legend. The Duke has previously opened up about his wild days, telling the Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard podcast last year, "At last I wasn't running down the strip, stripping, or more naked, at least." Asked about his Las Vegas trip, during which he was pictured covering his private parts during a game of strip billiards, he told Channel 4 News in 2013, "It was probably a classic example of me probably being too much army and not enough prince. But at the end of the day, I was in a private area, and there should have been a certain amount of privacy." Thanks for subscribing and liking. Of the memoir, another friend of Harry's told The Times, "I think he'll tell it honestly, framed in the context of his journey towards healing. I think there will be a lot of the old broken me versus the new fixed me who dealt with the pain, and a lot about Meghan as the woman who liberated me to deal with it all." Harry has acknowledged his past previously, having told The Telegraph in 2017, "I, through a lot of my 20s, was a problem and I didn't know how to deal with it." He hailed the importance of processing feelings by being open and honest, adding, "I know there is a huge merit in talking about your issues, and the only thing about keeping it quiet is that it's only ever going to make it worse." Since his partying days, the sixth in line to the throne has had 2 children with wife Meghan Markle and established non-profit organization Archwell. He delivered a speech at the United Nations last month to mark Nelson Mandela International Day, held on the former president of South Africa's birthday. In the UN General Assembly Hall, Harry spoke of the threats from Russia's invasion of Ukraine, what he termed the reversal of constitutional rights in the US, and the weaponizing of lies and disinformation. He warned, "We are witnessing a global assault on democracy and freedom, the cause of Mandela's life." Harry also spoke about a photo taken in 1997 in Cape Town of his late mother Diana, Princess of Wales, and Mr. Mandela. The Duke said, "When I first looked at the photo, straight away, what jumped out was the joy on my mother's face. The playfulness, cheekiness even, pure delight to be in communion with another soul, so committed to serving humanity." He went on to describe Africa as a lifeline, adding, "It's where I felt closest to my mother and sought solace after she died, and where I knew I found a soulmate in my wife." Write in the comments what you think about this. And at the end of the video I ask you to subscribe and like. Thank you.